Welcome back to our third presentation for Franchise Times Prime Time. We are very happy to have you, our audience, with us for our final presentation. We are very excited to have with us our executives from Clean Juice, Landon Eccles and Dave Cuff. Thank you both for being here. I will let you take it from here.
Awesome. Thank you, Mary Jo. Really appreciate it. Hey, great job to Marco's Pizza and great job to Modern Market. We're so excited to be with you guys here today. My name is Landon Eccles, co-founder and CEO of Clean Juice. This is Dave Cuff, our Chief Development Officer. We're actually excited to bring you two concepts today. So we're going to be talking a lot about Clean Juice, and then we're going to close it with a new concept called Free Coat Nails that we just started franchising. And as you see on the screen, recently we launched a brand management company called Strong and Spirit Brands that really houses both brands. So we're excited to get started. And here we go with Clean Juice. So for those of you who have not heard of Clean Juice is absolutely an award-winning franchise. Most recently, we ranked number 154 on Entrepreneur's top 500 franchise rankings for 2021. We were also named the number one fastest growing franchise by Franchise Gator for 2021. Last year, we came in at number 8 in the top 200 food-based franchises, again, for Entrepreneur. And we're very, very excited and felt very honored to be actually on the cover of Franchise Times in the October 2020 edition. And we definitely appreciated that accolade very much. So a little bit about us. How did we get started? Well, certainly since we got started, we've seen explosive growth, but to grow, we got to start, right? So we started back in 2015. My wife and I decided that we were going to move to Charlotte, North Carolina, and we're going to open a little juice bar. We wanted to open something that was truly healthy, something that we said was healthy, but actually was healthy. And a lot of times you find in the industry that doesn't happen, unfortunately. So we have a passion for organic food. We have a passion for transparency, and we wanted all of that to come through in the offering of Clean Juice. So we opened up in 2015. Things went really, really well. We expanded to a second, actually third location in 2016. And then we started franchising in 2016 as well. Fast forward 5 years in franchising, and we're now a 160 unit brand. We've got 100 locations open across the country with another 60 in development. Very recently, we just awarded our first location out in Nevada. So we're very excited to be bringing Clean Juice to Las Vegas, clean up that city a little bit. And we're operating in or set to operate in 28 different states. And one of the biggest keys to our growth has really been through multi-unit ownership opportunities.
So as you really kind of look through since we started franchising, so like Landon mentioned, we are coming up on really our 5th anniversary of franchising, which has been absolutely phenomenal. And year over year, we continue to open somewhere between 20 and 40 locations. We're projected to have about 140 locations open this year. And we feel like that is a great number to really be able to focus on making sure we're bringing the right franchise partners into our system and also get those agreements open when we start talking about multi-units. Landon also mentioned we just reached our 28th state, so we're pretty excited to be coming out to Nevada. You can see on the screen, a lot of our growth really kind of started in the Southeast. We have a big presence in Texas, Louisiana. We're getting out to the West Coast right now, Pennsylvania, Ohio. So we're in a lot of states right now. We have a lot of white space where we'd love to bring on some more great multi-unit owners.
So to understand kind of why Clean Juice, you really have to understand, well, why organic? Because Clean Juice is certified organic. Organic is a $50 billion industry that just continues to grow, especially through what we went through over the past year. Consumers are looking for more and more opportunities to make themselves healthier, right? Through their diet, through exercise. The organic industry in of itself actually had double-digit growth last year. And that's not a small industry. That's a $50 billion industry that just continues to grow. And we're the first to bring a USDA food offering nationwide to scale. So Clean Juice is the first to do that. We offer not just juice, which I'm going to get into in a second, but we offer an array of healthy products, whether somebody's coming in and looking for a snack or a full-on meal. That's what we offer, and I'm going to get into that in a minute. But we really focus on that health-minded individual, that person that values all organic, fresh, made-to-order food. That's what we provide. Another key differentiator that we have is that we cold press all of our juice in-house at every single location on the machine that you see to your right, which is a Good Nature X1 cold press machine. Why is that important? Well, our mission is to bring not just the healthiest food, but in the freshest way possible. And we don't pasteurize or process any of our juice. It's made fresh daily for our guests. It's bottled on site at every single location. And of course, using only USDA certified ingredients to make these products. You really can't get a fresher, healthier juice anywhere else. Like I mentioned, we serve juice. Our name is Clean Juice, but we are more than just juice. We offer the cold pressed juice, which is the bottled juice, but we also offer a fresh juice. So if you're looking for a different ingredient list, or if you're looking for different materials to be made, we can certainly do that for you. We offer juice cleanses, which has really grown this year, especially through our Cleanse subscription program, which I'll get into in a minute. Smoothies, protein smoothies and kid smoothies is a huge category for us. Somebody who's looking for more of a meal replacement, we offer that. And then we get into more of our food items. We offer acai bowls, we offer salads, we offer toasts and wraps, which have become a big part of our menu. We launched wraps last year in the summertime, actually kind of right after COVID, and it's now making up 10% of our system-wide sales, which we're really proud of.
So what are those keys to success? So we've really kind of looked at, we've had about 4 different keys to success, and you actually just heard Landon talk about a couple of them. And expanding menu is something that is very important. Where we started with juices, smoothie, and acai bowls, we've really been able to expand to more of a center of the plate type mentality with our organic wraps and soups, and it just brings in a different customer base. Anything but average. We are the first certified organic juice bar to come to franchising. So, certified organic is something that we truly hold near and dear. It's not certified when it's convenient. It's not certified when the price is right. This is who we are and what we do. And that's very important to us. We are serving the best possible ingredients to our guests. Multi-unit and area development opportunities. We'll talk a little bit about why multi-units here in a couple of minutes, but at the end of the day, franchising is scalable if it's done the right way. So multi-unit operators are something we're really excited about. And then off-premise delivery. This has been a big part of our business, especially over the past year. We launched with all of our third-party delivery partners Q1 of 2020. Landon will get into in a little bit kind of the total numbers of what that has ultimately done for our business. But that's kind of some of the 4 keys to success. Let's take a look at some of the actual numbers within the store. So this is something that I think is really exciting. If you look at our last rolling quarter of our same store sales growth, so same stores that were open in November, December, and January of 2 years ago, followed to this past year, we're seeing some pretty significant increases. Looking from a 16% from November to November, up to about a 2% from December to December, and then obviously getting into January 2021 this year, almost a 6% same store sales growth. So if you think about that, through the year that we all had last year, to be able to continue to see same store sales growth year over year is something that's pretty exciting. That tells us that the guests truly want something that is fast and something that's healthy. And we wouldn't be able to provide that for them. We also have, which is pretty phenomenal, an $18.50 average ticket price. So every guest that comes in, they're spending almost $20 every time they come in. And we're really excited to help continue to build that as well. So that's some of the in-store numbers. What does it look like to franchise? This is something that gets me really excited, being able to oversee development. So you can read on the screen, our franchise fee is $42,500. I think what's really exciting is when you look at the different opportunities in the QSR space, our overall initial investment to get a store open is really on the lower end, about $320,000. Our FDD shows that range between about $270 to $500. Something that I think is really exciting that we do different than a lot of concepts is we have what we call an additional training and marketing program. Think of this as a safety net for our franchisees. And really what we do is take an additional $10,000 up front, we put it into account, and then when they open 3 months post grand opening, if they need additional help, we have those funds there. So that's something our franchisees really do appreciate as we continue to open and uncover different hurdles with grand opening. So really excited about kind of where we sit from our, the number standpoint of our franchise offering.
So one of our core values is that we're not stopping here, we're starting here. So where are we going kind of post-COVID and kind of what's going on in the industry? Well, we believe now more than ever, health and wellness is a massive focus, right? People, they're having this epiphany that they don't want to wait to get sick to get healthy, right? How can they be more preventative in their diet, in their exercise, and how can they, incorporate health and wellness more in their life? Well, they can do it by coming to Clean Juice, right? Offering on-demand, organic, healthy products. And certainly, as Dave just mentioned, an attractive franchise opportunity in an industry that we believe is booming right now. And like Dave mentioned earlier, we're going to open over 30 stores this year and hopefully be close to 140 open locations by the end of 2021. As Dave mentioned as well, a big part of our success, especially over the last 12 months, has come through third-party delivery. And there's a lot going on in that graph, but as you can see, the numbers are going up and to the right. And those are our weekly sales for our third-party delivery partners, including Uber Eats, DoorDash, Postmates, and Grubhub. When we launched, it was a slower launch and we ramped up. We're now doing almost $150,000 a week in third-party delivery sales. And that's really broken out amongst the four big players that I just mentioned. Uber Eats is coming in as our biggest provider at 1.7 million, followed up by DoorDash at almost 1.2 million. And then Postmates and Grubhub combined for about $1 million in sales. So total, like I mentioned, we're almost at $4 million in sales. That excludes fees, almost 200,000 orders through third party. So how do we bring our product to our guest? If our guest is not coming into the stores, well, we bring it to them. One thing that we're also very, very excited about is that we've launched a new app, and we did this through a partnership with a company called Lunchbox last summer. This app is awesome. It's so streamlined. It's so easy for the guests to use. We provide enhanced loyalty. What's really cool is that our guests can order Clean Juice right from our app, first party through us, and that's a white label through one of the third-party delivery partners. As I mentioned earlier, they can also participate in our new Cleanse Club subscription right through our app. So our app has almost 500,000 downloads to this point, and it's becoming really a main technology piece to the growth and the success of the brand moving forward.
So taking care of our guests, figuring out how do we get our products to them is obviously a main focus of ours through the new app, third-party delivery, things like that. We talked a little bit earlier about why multi-units. Well, if you're on this call, you basically understand franchising, and you know that you want franchising to be scalable. And that is something that's so important. If you learn the operations, if you have the support team, you can grow your business. We call it building your empire here at Clean Juice. So there's a lot of benefits around multi-unit expansion, significant financial gains, greater operating and marketing efficiencies. So what we like to do is really focus on specific timelines and trade areas. And we have what we've developed called a multi-unit playbook, where we have a lot of franchise partners who they may have the dreams and aspirations of, well, how do I go from 1 to 2 to 3? We want to be able to walk them through each step. So when you're opening your second store, what should you as the owner be focusing on? What teamwork, what foundations do you need to have in place to be able to make those next steps? So we're really excited about our multi-unit ownership opportunities and being able to help our franchisees who are truly passionate about Clean Juice, about health and wellness, really continue to take that step and help them build their empire. So, our awarding process at the end of the day is really about, we want to get to know you. We want to get to know you as the franchise partner. A fair majority of our franchise partners coming in, they don't necessarily have restaurant experience. They don't have QSR or even franchising experience, and that's okay. That's why we have the team here in play. We want to get to know you. Why do you want to be a part of this system? So it starts with what we call our get to know you call, where you'll have a couple phone calls with our franchise development manager, Lisa, or a VP of Fran Dev, Stacy, and they'll really walk you through every step, talk to you about, hey, what's expected? Do you have the right time commitment? Are you right financially qualified? We'll walk you through that whole process. But the most fun part of this is when you actually get to come into Charlotte for a Discovery Day. So Discovery Days are fantastic. It's a one-on-one experience with you and your group and our team. Always starts where you get to sit down with this guy and his beautiful wife, Kat, hear about them, right from them, talk about, their challenges, what's on their hearts, their minds. You'll get to sit down with myself and our other leadership team and talk about the specifics of how do we steer this thing called Clean Juice. So we kind of walk you through that whole process. And then obviously if it's a good fit, we get you onboarded and the rest is history from there.
So like Dave mentioned, soup to nuts, we help our franchisees through every single step of the process. We do not expect our franchisees to come in with previous franchising experience or restaurant experience. That's what we believe they're buying, right? They're buying the opportunity to learn from us and to, have those systems in place. So we help from everything from, the moment they sign that franchise agreement, even before, like Dave said, just in the getting to know the brand process. When they sign that franchise agreement, we're helping with everything from real estate selection to LOI negotiation, to lease negotiation, to architecture, helping with construction, and just all of the things that needs to happen to get the store open. And then once the store is open, we provide marketing support, we provide operations support, and really everything to really get them open and get them going and to get their sales going. Currently, we have over 30 people at the home office with 4 different departments to really all focused on supporting our franchisee system. We have a Clean Juice University program that's held to really train our new franchisees and our general managers. We hold that here in Charlotte, and we also have a virtual program for that as well. When the store is set to open, like I mentioned, we do 8 days of hands-on training in the store to show all the new employees exactly how to run a Clean Juice. And then, of course, post-opening, it's not like we get the store open and leave. We have an awesome field team who's out there every single month, meeting with our franchisees, helping on the operation side, helping on profit and loss statements, helping through the financials, and helping through marketing. So here's a little bit of our leadership team, obviously really headed by myself and my wife, Kat, as our Chief Branding Officer. As you can see, we've got some awesome folks on the team. And on this slide alone, believe it or not, we have over 60 years of franchising experience at this point. Even though the business is young, the team is experienced, and the company is obviously going really, really well. And lastly, for our home office, fun is a non-negotiable. We have fun. We believe in working hard, but we also have just an incredible team who cares about our franchisees, who works really, really hard day in and day out to support our franchisees and to really to grow this business. So we got to have fun with it, right? So our question to you guys is, are you ready to bring this award-winning franchise to your portfolio? Because we believe the juice is worth a squeeze. And that is Clean Juice. And thank you so much for allowing us to present Clean Juice. But wait, that's not it. We've got Free Coat Nails, as I mentioned earlier. So what is Free Coat Nails? Well, Free Coat Nails is really a non-toxic beauty bar, and it's more than just manicures and pedicures. It's a contemporary, upscale, beautiful concept that's laid out really nicely, very light, very airy. And the goal of Free Coat Nails is to really improve the way that nails are done. We wanted to focus on something where the experience is just awesome for the guests. So when you walk into one of our stores, you're not met with heavy chemical smells like you would in a normal nail salon. In fact, you're not going to smell anything but a great smell of, really just how the salon operates, because we've got medical grade filtration working through the salon, and none of our paints have toxins in them. And that was a big focus of ours. So how do we create something that is in the beauty category, but is focused on health and wellness? Well, we've done that with Free Coat Nails. And there's other really great things that we offer, like no jets in our pedicure bowls to make sure that there's no bacteria breeding in there. And just, we've really thought about how can we make this category non-toxic? How can we put, a beautiful design and just a great experience for the guest into this? And this is what we've come up with. Dave will mention here in a second, but we are franchising this thing across the country. We already have several stores open and multiple in development, and we definitely are going to expand this thing across the country.
Yeah, we're really excited about Free Coat because this really falls under what Strong in Spirit brand is all about. It is that good for you type opportunity. It's a completely different operating model than Clean Juice. It's a different time commitment on the front end, but at the end of the day, we're really changing the beauty segment from medical grade air filtration systems to having each individual pedicure, manicure station individually vented so you don't have any of those smells or chemicals. So, be on the lookout for this. This is still, obviously it's new. We're still kind of working through some of our growth patterns and strategies here, but we're really excited to offer both of these brands for you. If you have any questions and you want to reach out, you can reach out to either myself, Dave at cleanjuice.com, or Stacy, who is our VP of FranDev, Stacy at cleanjuice.com. And, we're really excited for you guys. So thanks for listening. So it looks like we have some Q&A. So we'll kind of dive right into it. So, first question we have is, do you pick the real estate? I love that question. I've been dealing with Clean Juice real estate now for almost 5 years. So when you say, do you pick the real estate? I will say we are working truly hand in hand with our franchise partners to select the right spot. We go through a full approval process where our director of development will put together about a 15-point PowerPoint and present it to our executive team, where it's our job to poke holes in it. So we'll work with the franchise partner. Hey, tell us, what do you think? Do you think it's a good location? But we'll also use the data we have. We have 100 locations open. So we use 2 different types of real estate software to really help us look at not just demographics, but the psychographics. Is there enough money? Is there enough people? But are they spending it on the right things? So we're very involved in the real estate process as we kind of work through the initial stages of the franchise ownership. You want to take this one?
Yep. So question 2, how long is training for Clean Juice? Well, we have training kind of broken out into two different categories. The first is Clean Juice University, which is either held here at the home office or virtually with some in-store training. And normally that front end training is about 3 weeks. So it sounds like a lot, but it's kind of broken up to a very manageable time commitment. Then we're sending our trainers out for almost 2 weeks for the grand opening. So in totality, it's about 5 weeks of training to really learn and understand Clean Juice, where we're there every step of the way and helping you to go through all the information.
And then let's see, another question. This is a great question. Could you sign a franchise agreement at Discovery Day? So I guess in theory you could, but I think the thing to understand is that everything we do here internally, we do it as a family. The whole purpose of how our discovery days are set up and why we don't do big group discovery days is because we want to get to know you. And honestly, we want you to get to know us. Our franchise agreements are 10 years long. So we want to make sure that all expectations are set and that it's good on both sides of the table. So after each discovery day, we convene as a management team and we talk through the process. We talk through, hey, do we think that they'll be great franchise partners? Will they represent the brand the right way? So typically what will happen is after a discovery day ends, if we feel it's a good fit, we'll send you out a preliminary approval letter. And basically that means, hey, we love you. We want to work with you. We're excited. And then that gives us a couple of weeks to kind of dot the I's and cross the T's. But hey, if it's a good fit and the franchise partner comes in and they wow us and we wow them, and if they say, hey, we want to sign today, fantastic. Let's make it happen. Let's see. So my daughter has Lyme disease and is always looking to eat clean. We go to Wynwood in Pennsylvania. Thanks. That's awesome. Love that.
Love to hear that.
We'll let the franchise partners know. That's great. Let's see. Shameless pitch. I've worked nationally with Jersey Mike's. How would I get on your bid list for storefront signage? Don't worry. It's not a shameless pitch. You kind of get your name out there when you can. Shoot me an email, dave@cleanjuice.com, and we'll chat about it.
All right. So next question. How long does it take to get approved? You want to take this one?
It could take a couple hours, could take 30 minutes, it could take a week or so. Typically we like to be very timely. Look, at the end of the day, if you're spending the time and the money to come in and meet with us for a discovery day, we obviously want to honor that. So for good or for bad, if it's a good fit, awesome, pretty quickly. If it's not, we'll talk through maybe what are some of the red flags that we see. At the end of the day, if we don't move forward with a candidate, It's because we just don't feel that, either it's from the time commitment part, we just want to make sure you are truly going to be successful, and we want to give you every opportunity and to have all that information. So you may not get approved right away, but it may be followed up with some, hey, here's some questions that our operations or marketing team really thought, let's talk through it. But at the end of the day, after Discovery Day, it's a pretty quick, a couple days, maybe a week until we actually can move forward with approvals. Great question.
Awesome. Well, that looks like it's about it on the question side. Again, thank you guys so much for just allowing us to present our two brands today. We're super excited. Thank you to the Franchise Times, and we appreciate everyone's time.
Landon and Dave, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate your presentation and the information you provided us. You had a lot of questions today, so we're glad of that. So thank you. In fact, I want to thank all of our company executives today: Marco's Pizza, Modern Market Eatery, and Clean Juice. And you can replay their presentations on our Franchise Times website. Also, a big thank you again to our Franchise Times primetime sponsor, BDO. Very appreciative of their commitment to the franchise industry. Please join us again for the next episode of Prime Time on April 15th. Registration will be open for that next week. Our presenting companies will be Twin Peaks, Smoothie King, and Byrider. And if you are a brand that wants to be part of a future episode of Prime Time, please contact Kevin Peach here at Franchise Times at 612-767-3206 or at kpeach@franchisetimes.com. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us, and have a great rest of the day.